In the beginning of the Showa era, there was a faithful dog that saved her master twice from an avalanche on a snowy mountain in the city of Gosen in Niigata Prefecture. Her name was Tamako. Screech, screech, screech! As my bronze body is coloured red by the light of the setting sun, cicadas start to sing. Mount Fudodo and Mount Gongen, where I went hunting with master, also turn a beautiful glowing red. They say Japan is fighting a war with a foreign country now. Minoru, who always polishes me in the elementary school's schoolyard, silently cried, saying his father has gone to war too. The principal and the janitor appear in front of me. They said the statue of Tamako in Hakusan Park that looks like me was taken for the war. How are we, who aren't even living, being fought over? The principal said, they say they're going to make bronze bullets out of it. By the next morning, I had been removed from my pedestal, put into a hole, and was being covered with soil. Tama, you're everyone's beloved saviour, so we're going to protect you. The principal's voice became smaller and smaller as he scooped the soil in. I recalled that snowy day. Psh, psh, ha, ha, ha. February 5th, 1934. It was a pleasant morning with a clear blue sky after several days of continuous snowfall. On that day, I went hunting with master and his hunting companion. Mount Gongen was once again covered with a fresh bed of snow, soft and fluffy like a futon. I was so happy I hopped up and down across the bed of snow. At Hatakizawa, a Japanese hare was sniffing the roots of a pine tree. Master silently signalled to me. Okay. I gingerly began to creep closer to my prey so as not to miss it. And then I started to bark. The hare leapt up in surprise. Master and his companion shot it with a gun. Bam! Bam! And then there was a sound like that of many people running with heavy footsteps. It was so loud my body trembled with fear. Before I knew it, my master and his companion were swept away into the snow right in front of me. As the sound stopped, a heavy white bed of snow spread across the centre of the mountain, and I began to move my paws as though I were dreaming. The soft skin of my paws began to tear as I dug out the snow, and I began to bleed everywhere here and there. The white snow was all red. My paws hurt. My chest hurt. But I followed the scent of my master and continued digging out the snow. Master! 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 I know you're buried here. Master! By the time I couldn't feel the pain in my paws anymore, I saw my master's coat peeking out from the snow. Master! Master! I saw his cheek in the snow. When I ran my tongue all over Master's face, his eyes began to slowly open. Tama, am I alive? My master began to caress my head with his freezing cold hands. We were not able to save his much-loved hunting companion. Since then, my master has been completely down. He always stares out into the distance from the veranda with a blank look on his face. Master, let's go for a walk on the mountain. I'll go look for a rabbit. Master, let's practice hunting. I will learn to be better at chasing birds. Even if I nuzzle against my master's knees and feet, and even if I whine like a spoiled child to get him to come along with me, he just laughs with that lonesome look on his face and sits motionless on the veranda. Master gave me the name Tama when I was a puppy. It was because I tightly curled into a ball and bounced around like a chestnut. Master smiled at me sweetly and called my name. Tama, Tama. I grew to love my master. Right around when I began hunting, I peeped into a hole and almost had my nose bitten by a mouse. My master laughed at me with a loud voice while petting my head. When I got hungry, he would take out the sweet potatoes he steamed and split them in half with me. The time he caught a big raccoon dog, my reward was a heap of raccoon dog soup. I don't like seeing my beloved master look so lonesome. This time I'm going to help my beloved friend and master. That's why I must go out and practice hunting. I went towards Mount Gongen, which was completely covered in snow. As I set foot on the mountain, a heap of fallen leaves, damp from the melted snow, stirred before my eyes. It was a weasel. My heart was throbbing with excitement. Weasels are strong. That's why my master had not let me pursue them before. But I jumped onto the back of the weasel that popped out of the hole. The surprised weasel began to thrash about, slipping past my flank. I bit the long tail of the weasel that tried to crawl back into its hole. The weasel bared its fangs and its sharp nails dug into my back. My eyes, my ears, and all the hair of my body focused on the movement of the weasel. The weasel and I glared at each other and then started snapping and biting as we tumbled around. My master, who heard my voice, came dashing out of the lit-up house, looking flustered. "Tama, where have you been all night?" I put the weasel I held in my mouth by my master's feet. "Tama, you?" My master saw me covered in blood and began to cry. That night, Master put ointment on me, and he held me close all night while we were sleeping. Tama, even if you got hurt, I'm proud that you were able to bring down the weasel. You're going to continue to become an even better hunting dog. Let's hope your wounds heal quickly, he said. Yes, I want you to cheer up too, so you can take me hunting. January 10th, 1936. 2 years passed, and another winter came. Together, the 5 of us, my master, 3 of his hunting companions, and I, went to shoot pheasants in Sakuradani. The newly fallen snow that piled up on the valley shone brightly. I felt happy at the sight of the snow that was soft like a futon. It was at that moment the wind brushed gently against the piled up snow. "It's coming!" Master noticed what was happening and called out to his friends, "Everyone, get to the top of the valley!" Boom! The ground fell away, and the white snow flew up into the air like smoke, engulfing me. My body was whirling and fluttering mid-air. The snow began to fill up my mouth and nose, and I was suffocating. But I was watching as my master and his hunting companion got swallowed into the snow. Master, you know, I had good luck. Even though I was buried in the snow, I could see the bright sunlight beaming down right above my head. I hurriedly dug my way out of the snow and escaped. Across the heavy coarse snow, I began to sniff around. "Tama, are you all right?" The 2 hunters who were safe pushed through the deep snow towards me. I barked repeatedly. "He's here! He's here!" I said as I dug into the snow. "Your friend is buried under here." Next, I began to sniff around and follow my master's scent. Master, master, I will rescue you. Over and over and over again, I dug around in the snow, looking for my master until I almost fainted. I began to hear a rasping voice coming from the snow. Tama, Tama, thank you, you're my treasure. Shh, shh, shh. Like the master I saved on the snowy mountains, I came back to life from the dark, cold world. The person who wiped the dirt that was stuck on my eyes with a hand towel was Minoru, now grown up. Minoru told me that the war was over and Japan was at peace now. With no more worries of being turned into bullets, I was placed once again in the elementary school grounds as a bronze statue. All the adults and kids tell me that I am a hero. They all stare in wonder and say how amazing I am. Because I saved my master twice. Because no matter how much blood was dripping from me, and no matter how my heart wrenched, I didn't give up digging through the snow to save my master. Once, a long time ago, someone asked my master, "Why did Tama come and save you?" He laughed while he responded, "Whether we are dog or human, if you show affection, then love will follow. It's the same as being part of a family." Time has passed since that snowy day. I don't know how long 80 years is, but right now I hope Mount Fudo and Mount Gonggen remain unchanged. Whenever he is in trouble, I will always go immediately to save my master.